Hey everybody, I've had plans for a while, or ideas for a while, that I'm highly considering pulling through with now, with the idea of making Earth's Limitation a DIY punk slash folk slash spoken word poet record label. And it's something I've been wanting to do for about 4 or 5 years now, or maybe not even that, more like 3 or 4. But it's it's kind of I've been thinking more and more about it lately. It's something that I'm pretty much already doing with my through my Bandcamp account on a small level. I've been putting up a lot of my poetry up on there, a lot of the kind of like organic-y canjo tunes that I put up. I've put up a split with another poet named Brianna Valiente and myself. One of her poem Lower Trust, and my poem Confessions to the Earth. And I've put up 5 comps so far. I'm working on another one, all ranging from indie pop, indie folk, singer-songwriter, bluegrass style, up to hardcore, punk, hardcore. There's pop punk out there. So it's already something I'm somewhat doing through my Earth's Limitation Bandcamp. And I realize that if I do turn Earth's Limitation into a DIY label, I'm going to be changing on my poetry demos, albums. Instead of putting Earth's Limitation as artist, I'd be putting my personal name. And I'd probably be doing the same thing with the Kanjo demos if I put out any more. But I'll be starting with any future demos I put out of myself. Any that I've already put out under Earth's Limitation as the artist, which is for myself, will stay Earth's Limitation. But from this point forward, if I decide to, actually pull through with making this DIY label, I'll start with my name. I would love to really get people involved that would be interested in helping out with this label. I'm preferably somewhat local to Crossville, Tennessee, because that's where I'm based, and it'd be easier to confront with people and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, when can we meet up and make this happen and all that. I have a co-worker who actually has his own little recording studio in his house. I think it's kind of a work in progress, but he still has the equipment to record. I've actually recorded a couple of poems with him. He records his own experimental metal in his apartment, and he's recorded a couple other singer-songwriters and done stuff for himself and other bands that he's done. So it was a good experience. It's a good setup. He's a good connection, and it's something I really want to plan out to do. But actually doing a label is a little bit more. A do-it-yourself label, DIY label, is something I'm researching more into before I actually make a decision and making anything out of it. And I'll put a link to the Earth's Limitation Bandcamp down below. I have a bunch of my poetry up, and I'm actually putting some more of my poetry up pretty soon. I'm just waiting a little bit because I've been putting up a lot of stuff since this year, a lot of poetry, and I'm just trying to keep it a little bit chill until a little bit more settles in and everything like that. But like I said, I have a lot of my poetry. I have 3 Kanjo demos, and I have 5 compilations. There's The Being, there is Make Your Own Path, Frameworks, Teeth of the Shark, and Mosh. The Being is based around, like, you know, indie pop, and it has a couple singer-songwriters on there. Has an R&B band on there, The Vibrant Sound has them on there. Make Your Own Path is it has 9 tracks on it, and revolves around 5. I think there's 3. It has poetry. It has most of it's local to Crossville. It has 1 poem of me, 2 or 3 poems of Adrenaline. Terry Overton has a couple tracks on there, and there's 3 other artists on there, Mika Buzan, and a couple other artists. It's, like I said, it's mostly based around poetry and singer-songwriter, frameworks, folk rock, pop punk, singer-songwriter, stuff like that, experimental, some cool stuff on there. Teeth of the Shark, hardcore and punk comp, and Mosh, it's a hardcore compilation. The longest one is Teeth of the Shark with 21 tracks. It has bands such as Constant Struggle, Bare Your Teeth, you know, Chained. It has Ant Pile on there. So go check those out. And if you want to support, you know, making this happen somehow, just send me a message on Facebook. If you have a Facebook, I'll put the link for that down below too. And I'll also put my email down below. Alright. Keep it true. Live for yourself and other people. Live for love. And keep the power for yourself. Only trust you. The people worth trusting. Keep it true. Caleb signing out.